usually left on an island. The team's perfectly fine doing that in the early game as we see Zekken start to trend over, but this mid control is big right now for MIBR. That's a shot from Skuba, ready for it. Slight bit of default as the rest of NRG goes back and forth to see what they can see at the sites, and now they switch the sides of the map, but the push isn't over. Verno still looking for space, looking to get this trade for his teammate as NRG sets up towards the A side, and it looks like he might just get backstabbed as well. Ooh. 2 for Skuba already, and we haven't even really started the round, Vans.
Just really opens up the map. Look at Mada at the same time. Play on the island quite often. He's going to use these cyber cages as one-way smokes and try to slow things down for a bit and go for the hero play.
It creates a little bit of a backside for himself, but he peeks right away, and a third for Skuba. Are we ending Breeze from the other day here with his clutch? My God, he continues. And the whole team is basically packing sheriffs and ghosts, so as they line up to get these final kills, Vans, it should be enough damage coming through.
Call's already out there for Ethan to have Skuba continue to go for a hunt. I mean, that's 3 shots for a sheriff. All of them hitting.
Van Silly?
I mean, that's 3 bullets in a row that still connects. Already pissed around looking for the ace for Skuba.
With basically 100% aim on all of them. He's just going to wait it out. Let's see, Brock's going to be the sentry for him to search. Skuba with the shot. The
You wanted to play that contact play, trying to surprise some players, but look at the positioning coming out from this player right here. Skuba, who has been unstoppable here in the VCL going into this stage.
We see MIBR trying to get something going here on the second round.
While Mada falls, this should still be an easy plan for NRG, and despite the ore missing, it doesn't matter. They're still on the anti-eco for NRG, but you're still seeing how they're hitting the sites for the site of NRG. Bringing out this tail for Ethan. They're trying to make sure that nobody can really anchor within the sites as they actually threw those salvos back towards Trolla under that bridge in case you still had Tex playing in that spot. So now everything's just in pristine position to play a second round for the side of NRG. The interesting part about this too for MIBR, especially on Abyss, they could jump out of the map, go back into the next round, but very similarly to the last time when they had to play an eco against NRG, they're going for the re-hit, trying to make it expensive for NRG and his full splat.
And on more than one front, they come in from the back side as the team tries to hit the site head on from that heaven drop, and it looks like it's going to be too much util across the spike for them to get it as they look for a bit more damage, a bit more armor, half on the spike, and the kill. And Tex is going to say, yes, on backside, give Aspas a little bit of freedom to do what he can on the right there. As Tex draws attention, Skuba's going to bite, and he takes so much damage. That's where Skuba's Viper Bite goes, so they know exactly the room they had to work with. MIBR set up on the outside. It looks like they want to make a double take for this, but Keiko says, no way. Verno and Aspas down very quick here as, again, NRG exits the site a little bit just to get that defensive setup.
Almost feels like this should be a call, but Mazino still sticking out in the open, and finally there's that call to fall back. I gotta say though, a nice little idea to have that trip for the anchor up on that site.
Be quick, push towards mid. They're gonna see if they can get a ping off of this right away, maybe, and work it. Oh my gosh. And they ult immediately, taking all of Vent and that upper heaven area for themselves. NRG just putting their foot down once again in the site, making MIBR question how to get back in.
What a nice little look. It's going to make it so hard for MIBR to remove it back into the site, especially with that pit on the top of heaven. We'll talk about it in a second right now, though, because MIBR are trying to find some value around Aspas's up.
So many little setups that they have, different looks each round. It's like when MIBR does get guns, they're not seeing the same thing. They can't
even fast as they move forward
on what the win con can be. Let's see if they have it here from the defensive side after their timeout. Verno already says if they try this again, Vence is locked down. Takes a bit of damage there as they toast him up with a little bit of the Lego last jump from Brawk. But it's not going to be too much of a follow-up. They just want this heaven space so they can begin to pressure MIBR.
Still a very nice call. He plays forward here to just punish that fast push again from NRG, trying to leverage our ults to take over heaven again. And as they play soft side right after, almost feels like 2 of those ults are now wasted for the side of NRG, allowing now MIBR to have more util for the retake.
And it's rare that NRG has pushed to the backside of this site. Usually you get kind of a drop over the A default, but they are planting and getting back to hold it from a defensive position on their own side here. It's been working. The trips aren't even in use now, but Mazino isn't going to matter. He just swings out on Brawk and takes him as the team is now figuring out how to find where NRG is. Mada Being a nuisance from heaven, another kill there, but Zekken's able to answer it back easy. Defuse coming in through the smoke, however, for MIBR as they leave NRG. 0 point gets destroyed here, and they're not going to have more info than a few. They know the hit's going to come through, though. You see how much he wants to peek, but everybody, again, playing their life here. Just Mazino in sight to try and grab some info. He's doing a great job at somewhat delaying the situation here. Aspas goes down as soon as the smoke does, and NRG is locked on these angles with no fear when the smokes go down. Bull Zekken, though, coming back into the site, gets taken down by Keiko as the dust settles now at 2v3 for MIBR to get back in.
Yeah, good on Zekken to even slow the tempo once again from NRG, giving a chance here for heroic plays to come out. To get an ult out for Tex, but it's a little bit too far away.
What?
That just
from the shadows.
Verno,
Yes, it did.
Where is everyone? One enemy remaining.
Oh. Hats off to Keiko. Gets another
last week, and at the same time, just putting up high numbers as MIBR to just button things up on these aggressive pushes, and they're trying again.
There's that pop flash mid we saw or heard last time. Already ready from two sides of this. They've pushed up to cover mid to react to that what they just heard from last round. Mid control. They're both kind of doing the same amount of controlling, but it's just so on point right now when they go to make that play inside the site again. It's absolutely disgusting. Inside the cage of Tex kills him. It was the cover that Mada needed.
Spike planted.
It's just so tough right now, especially when you're leaving Tex. You could give him so much confidence to anchor up a site, but when there's so much util on top of that, a recon dart to ping you out, and there's no support to break that dart, they can't play that type of passive shock dart, deny plant with Verno on top of heaven. They got to think of something new, play a little bit more of that buddy system aggressively inside these sites.
Very true. Cosmic Divide here, coming in for the retake, and Skuba that's crazy. Something we saw NRG doing versus C9 was that Viper wall on Breeze, they'd push up to it every time. They'd aggress on it, even let the other team know they were there. So in the silent moments, they're even better. The right side, so he's calmed everyone in sight. It's just an eco. So they're looking to get some damage down as Mada just sweeps Mazino off his feet. There's that same clear that killed Tex last time towards the back left of the site with the Viper's bite. And it is just rinse and repeat again here. Aspas looking, lands himself in one of the salvos, but they do get out as the convergence pass comes through. Should be all right to get out of this situation. 3v3.
No charges.
So you had to use a big ult just to stall here, just to try to get the plant down. There's only 20 seconds left, and MIBR is actually primed right now to be able to hit back. Especially now with the camera, you still have the Blade Storm available for Aspas. They could do some damage here.
Honestly, sometimes it's just about the confidence, fans. You're right, the ult has allowed MIBR to kind of squeeze NRG into a position of anxiety here, and they're wondering which way is the right one to look. That's cleaned up a little bit by Ethan. And this has to be one of the holds. Zekken and Aspas have been playing together a lot. They've been synergizing around these two roles. If they can make it work, this is the time. Zekken gets 2 on this as Aspas goes down, and MIBR is still looking to hold the site, but there is the salvo from Ethan that locks it down a little bit more for the side of NRG. It's still 3v3 here, but brawk is going to quickly change that as Verno goes for the peak. Mazino has to creep in, has a ways to go before he finds anything here, so he might even have to duck out. No, gets brawk on one, is going to go ahead for a little bit of a refresh as he flashes back in. Now he knows he has Tex at the hip.
No charges.
A tap on the spike. No, they're going to continue to push forward to try to do this silently. Ethan finds Mazino. Tex with so was out. No dart info. And
Dart too.
Quite stalled here. Brawk down to 4.
Exactly. It'll be a stop and go right now for MIBR. With 36 seconds left and all 5 of them on this side, they have to try to re-hit. Comes down to the fundamentals. Who has the best crossfire and who is able to swing off each other the best.
Zekken has 2 stars left. He's at the back of the heaven area. See if we get any here. He's going to actually split the site in 2 so they can work the front and get to the backside to plant on the left. And NRG is huddling just as much here. It's about to be a party at the backside. And Verno comes up huge with the Sheriff. Aspas answers as well, and it leaves Keiko to try.
They went high-low with the Sheriffs too, to make sure that they could try to go for trades. And it's Verno just capitalizing on 2 that have pretty good spacing for the side of Skuba and Ethan.
And this could be some good timing for MIBR. They're still waiting very heavily here on the main area. Oh my God, just playing aim practice over here. Brawk holding down the vent. A quick hat trick for him, and this changes the mind of Tex and Zekken.
This is going to put NRG on map point.
No, they are very good at keeping themselves back and in that position to play with each other. And again, backing off, just looking to slow them, and they gather in sight to take a different position because they're not sure what's behind them. Mazino nicely getting that kill on Mada. A lot of action on Vent throughout this game. It's been a priority for these teams throughout the rounds. Second, another one.
That should pull everybody back towards B.
Hopefully, they got to be moving.
Already got that kill on round, even though you're at map point for energy to still
need that money. Get aspas back on an op, another core factor for them. And this push here from Verno. You have a dart. You have a dart, sir. Doesn't need it.
No, he's got minima.
Oh, that shouldn't help.
He was just trying to find the timing. Smoke comes up, count to 3 seconds, try to get the spray.
Yeah, yep.
There they are.
Beautiful Hunter's Fury, though.
Almost hit him in the knee. TP out. Tico safe for now. Very nice site take. aspas gonna hide on that right side. brawk able to find one through the smoke, starting before it even begins here on the retake. Oh my gosh, fans, it is just not stopping. From the vents here, Verno, maybe another one, or brawk rather, maybe another one.
Yep.
Oh, the shock dart onto Tex. They're gonna start trading util back and forth here. And we still just have a waiting Mada to help get back into sight. They finally have enough here to do it. Great hold so far by MIBR. They need to string this round together as well.
Player standing.
And they're going to do that. No problem on it. Well, shot by Mada, though. Do they want to drop the up? How bad do they want to drop it is the question.
They don't have money to work with. I think right now for Mada, he should try to go for a pick, make it expensive.
Keiko Paranoia is also stored up there. He's trying to get away from this null command.
30 seconds left.
Just orbing out into sight. brawk looks straight down in. No one's really trading. They're all standing to the left side of the smoke as they see their duelists go in. And this could be it now for NRG. Instantly shutting down MIBR in the entry, but at Verno. Alive for a moment, can't get over to Mazino to get him alive.
10 seconds
And now
left.
Tex,
One enemy remaining.
the last one alive as the kills come through. TP to the other side. Tex is trying to find the kills. He heard the TP, so he's trying to swing it back and forth, and he keeps it alive for now. There.
Also for MIBR side, they're playing full contact, 5-man hit.
Oof. Got a family photo if you try to peek ramp right now. All of MIBR are ready and locked in. We do see that Sheriff still, as you were talking about. They're taking a hold on Heaven. We'll play out the site until they either feel comfortable to go over towards B through frags or waterfall into sight. But right now, this is the point where NRG says, we're still in a position to make them come to us. So how can they do that? Oh, 1 for 1 there to start it off. And this is going to activate everybody from spawn. Skuba's peeking out at just the right time to get another kill. And this is going to force MIBR into the site.
What a nice flash. We'll talk about that in a second, though, because
30
MIBR is
seconds
getting a plant and they're turtled up in the side. They can't really play off-site anymore, so they have to trust each other, as they already lost one, though.
Concuss goes in. Mada already takes a hit and goes back. Oh my gosh! A stiff wind will blow these two
15
over.
seconds ago, then they went for the drone, and they still see Zekken here. You don't have a TP anymore for that Yoru, so you're probably just going to think that they're going to split into this B site, so they have the perfect read now with the numbers for energy on the high-low crossfires.
3 in sight. Ethan still has a flash in the back, so they can get back into the fight. Dodging the first one, and aspas has already got us off to the races. Somehow NRG are finding 2 to answer, 3 now. And they're keeping it quiet still. There's almost no action, and NRG is just hiding in the shadows, waiting for the peaks from MIBR. And it's going to be an NRG round just like that.
Yeah, and Zekken's waiting for that TP to come across here. So here comes the ult, then you take full map control.
Nightfall, Molly's over top, so they're committing their lineups. They're committing everything here. Zekken's already made it back sight. Mazino's able to clean up too and bring hell straight to the doorstep of NRG. And Skuba's only able to get a sniff at 1 kill here. Still 4 members in sight for MIBR.
Yeah, somehow the Nightfall got a lot of value here. Lots of tethers that you saw around that site. And that just allowed MIBR to very quickly tempo into the site. Just catch some players off guard. Op shot misses, and that will be Mada forcing the save.
Nicely executed. They think they're crushing into the op maybe and trying to take it offline.
It's a great way to spot the info as well.
Yeah.
This gives space for aspas. He gets a pick. That's a showstopper available for him as well. And now Ethan is anchoring once again.
Paranoia through to clear the back of the site, and the rest of Verno and the team are coming through. Completely controlled. Tex gives him a little bit to work with on the ramp as he killer death. aspas now has ultimate.
Hit nothing to stop him this time around.
Haunt in. Oh, little
Set
bump on the bump on the blast pack. They collide with each other there, and it slows down the hit. Skuba and team are ready to receive. MIBR have to work a little bit harder to get this one to go through now. They're still just breaching the site after a few times of entry. First miss leaves Skuba alive. He gets to create more problems in the back of the site. He's still alive. Skuba still alive. Finally gets taken down. And they got 12 seconds. Position is lost. You got the convergence path, so it feels really good there. Towards mid, Mada says, we'll still give ourselves the first blood through spamming smoke. Nice timing there.
And just waiting as long as he can before he puts the snake back down, so that also cancels out the paranoia.
He's almost able to get out. Has his secondary exit, though, in a saturate and just backpedal.
Just a very nice chess match from both of these teams in terms of depleting utility. Comes down now, again, to those fundamentals, which is why you're seeing an MIBR group a lot more. 3 players now contact play on the top of that B heaven side, where it's being watched at the bottom from brawk with this Bulldog.
No noise made just yet, so they're wondering if this is a ruse, if something's happening. A main control isn't just there off the rip for them. As the sky starts to rotate, it's going to be the hit coming in from MIBR. The smokes make it difficult, but Skuba still knows where the targets are going to be dropping. And it's just Mazino now in sight. brawk's had some crazy positionings for that really affect his opponents. Aspas to start it off. brawk sees red himself to start this one. And it looks like they are going to easily be able to encroach into the site.
Trying to not give a chance here for MIBR to set up in the post plant.
Quickly back in, Skuba and Mada, both with one way. MIBR don't know which way to look right now, and it's just Tex left alive. He may have a damn good shot swinging out of this. He does have 2, one for a delay, one for a smoke. He is going to start that sucker, and they get by it. Quickly gate crashed by, and brawk was not expecting the entry into the site, so it's the little things MIBR is starting to win over now that turns NRG for a loop.
Spike planted.
Huge opener. Armageddon also once again taken out of the picture within the round.
So, oh, just that jump in. So aggressive. Mada going in by himself. They're so confident in these fights. The swing there would have to have been incredible from his teammate to even help. Zekken's able to punish now.
So you have to drop, I think, a rifle for somebody to not be able to get full util. They're looking to fight back Armageddon with a trap play.
Protecting the saturate's going to cause MIBR to have to swing out, and that's right into the hands of NRG as they move through that B main area. 2 members left here in Zekken and Tex. They can get the job done. It's going to be difficult, though. Tex is going to be on that search, goes for the ult right away. I thought he might be seen for a moment, instantly dropped by Ethan. And this is going to be a tough one. 1 flash, 1 gate crash.
But it's Zekken.
This is the moment we've asked for on the switch to MIBR. What is the duelist going to be able to...
Their approach might be different this time around as well for MIBR on defense, where they could try to fight back.
Looks like they're fine with the retake here to start, too, from the defensive side. Just giving that space in, but they control A. And Ethan is actually quite hurt to start things off here.
It's quite unfortunate. It's always him that gets heavily damaged when he's the one healing his teammates.
Guardian to the face or something else. The man's the medic. He's still running around getting shot, unfortunately. Here's a take. They just jump into the site. Not too much util to alert that it's going to happen. And it takes him off guard for a moment. Tex able to hold down ramps. Does he know there's another one? And it's going to be brawk with that right click. They're still trying to find Skuba. brawk is left. And MIBR buckled down here for this pistol round to make sure they can walk away with it. Oh, no.
Wrong person.
It's just around him. He's drawn a beautiful picture of Mazino there. Oh, my gosh. He gets away with it. Oh, right up there. It's obviously going to be a sight from Verno to save himself. Everybody's ready. This actually looks like the strat from NRG, honestly. 3 in sight with him falling in from heaven. But can MIBR have the same result NRG did? Hopping through. Kind of elephant footing on this one, stomping it, and that's going to give a lot of knowledge to Mazino to do the damage. Skuba's down to 46 HP, and Ethan gets the plant down. Moving into the site very quick, actually, as they get a bit of a heal back from Ethan. Quickly found on one side at this point through the way that they're doing the double duelist.
They have Skuba and Mada inserted on top of that ramp, and they're looking to go for the punish, trying to find their timing.
Mada slowly working up, actually just dodges out. Sees that there's nobody there from the dog. Here's him running backwards. Here's the reloads, and he can't find the timing, but he's giving himself up. They try to take the site. Discipline is cleaned up, and Verno goes down after a kill.
Spike planted.
Aspas's turn to shine. Because his teammates in a dimensional drift finding information for him.
Oh, yeah, he saw you. Mazino trying to play a little funky on the ropes here. Zekken comes out of the dimensional drift. Aspas is already working the
one always in contact and being low HP on the actual site hits in the end.
Hey, a good leader gives himself up, right?
True.
Lets everybody else flourish. And not too much of that happening for NRG this round. Nice job by
for the defense, but then for NRG, they go for the Seekers. They see where the util is at, they see where their opponents are at, and they're trying to go for the push.
Aspas gets pushed a little too quick there. First shots are going to have to just be a distraction for Insight, and they are still crosshairs broken enough for Ethan and Keiko to come in and finish the job.
Yeah, that was just a hero play attempted by Zekken. I mean, respect to him, was feeling it, but
Yeah,
so far
absolutely.
it's not really over yet. They're trying to chase down Mada. If they're able to take them down, that would have given them a little bit of a window to work with. But now Spike's been planted, everybody's playing off-site. Should be the round for NRG.
I like that. Much more kind of round of distraction from NRG. Touch and go, find a fight. Make sure you're fighting on another front at the same time. It seems like they were giving MIBR a lot to look at for that one. Verno in a scary spot. Saturate comes through. Oh, he is trying to get out of there. Back to normal. Just everybody trying to be flash safe right now as NRG heads into the site, and Mada cleans up Aspas behind the map. Ulti goes down, and now Zekken trying to get in. A beautiful paranoia, but can they work off it? They don't know if it's hit anybody until they get themselves in. Oh my gosh, the push from brawk. Right in the face of MIBR, and the action doesn't end. Zekken's able to refresh just a little bit in the situation, and they're gonna have to try once more if they can get in together. Oh my gosh. They are throwing everything in the kitchen sink at MIBR right now. Tex is able to drop the wall, drop the ult rather.
It's not planted for them.
It's not. They gotta get this down. Oh, I thought maybe just on the outside of that. But it's not going to be. Moving in, an easy kill from the ramp as they both swing together.
Buddy system here. And that
Any sound.
right there. Having that Prowler, nice little spray though by Mazino.
Always Ethan. An unfortunate situation of this game for him, but through the smoke, Mazino finds one, and they're still gonna try to get in here. Oh wow, trading places, but Mada still finds the kill onto Mazino, and he's still going haywire here in heaven. That's gonna be a creep in from mid, should be covered. Mada gets a third, a fourth and a fifth are still on the map, and he goes ahead and refracts right back to heaven to make sure he's part of what can happen up there.
That's a give up moment. Zekken's still holding towards B main, so Aspas trying to keep the economy low if he can, but riches are aplenty for the side of NRG in this round.
Aspas gets one, Zekken could.
Showstopper play, because that was attempted to find that info for the team. And they've been, ooh!
Okay. Mada now again trying to go on a solo journey to see what he can find. Won't even really have util from the team over here. He's gonna play off of the noise being made at B.
Mada inserted himself again though. Oh, Verno with the timing.
He found it.
It's the stinger that kills him.
Calling the strats, knowing the map. Verno has been watching Mada closely throughout this series, especially on Split. We're at 10-10 here for both teams' first appearance on this map, and they are really testing each other. Once again, Tex to hold down heaven and delay even more. A more delay.
Yeah.
They are layering nicely. They're too clean with it, though. They just check the minimap to see if it's an actual vision caught by their teammate. No crossfire had, no contact play needed. Oh, oh.
Into the B site, and they're going straight for that.
Holding. Good push from both sides. They've got actually dog up top and drone from B main. Aspas finally rips that showstopper we've been watching here, and almost the recoil control coming in for Tex. But they answer back one for another here. A 4 alive now for MIBR is don't give up numbers. The double peek, very nicely swung.
Beautiful.
You love that kind of protocol. And Mazino is now going towards mid, Boombot 2. I mean, they may be getting the info, the fact that nobody's there, and they're about to see him here in sight.
Nice.
Mazino trying to save himself, gets to the right, but Skuba's cleaning up sight. The rest of the death ball. The strafe out, kind of denying the fact that you can run out heaven side and drop at the same time, maybe creating too many options.
Wow.
Mada.
Push this into extra innings.
Seekers right off the bat. And the orb control won't even be there. Mada's going in to see, to distract, and goes
Mada. So now it's the mid-round information taken by MIBR. That spot's 3 right there. Stays in the smoke. What? I think he wanted to TV, no? I don't know what happened there.
The third time he dimensional drifts, it's not going to be the one that Zekken gets a kill in. Each of the other ones, he's been able to come out successfully. And now they are back to even. That is
unfortunate, Riv, because him falling, it equalizes on a 4v4. But you're also thinning out the defense because you forced the pit towards the A main. So now you're going to have to gamble the B side. There's a huge gap right now for them to take over back on the A side if they want to for energy.
That was the operator, the one that holds hard lines, but it's actually aspas and Verno. It doesn't matter. They're still doing the work. Mazino has been a rock in sight, the safest pair of hands you could ask for at this point. And they're still trying to give him hell. The 1v1, it leaves it up to Verno and Tex. A judge and a vandal to come back in.
2v1 on that side, but brawk's been in this scenario before.
Beautiful util to catch him already, and he's cooking. Wait a minute here to get the kill. Unless they get a kill. They're trying to confirm something. It might be a peek from Keiko.
Yeah, great opportunity to contact play. Missed though, but that should still sound the alarm for MIBR to move in.
Aspas with the creep in, a little silent last game, and he shouts to start this one. Skuba takes him down as they get a quick trade on for the 4v4. But remember, we still have a little bit of space over here for Mazino.
Exactly. You still have the insert of Mazino at the bottom at the same time, as you've just mentioned, in the recon ping 2 on that B side, so they know they have some room to work with, some time to work with. And it's still another contact play, walking back down towards that middle and looking to finish towards A. This is so far a perfect read and a perfect play because NRG are playing soft side, A side to try to play that flood retake that they're, by the way, really good at, as we just mentioned on this map.
Yeah. Not too much util for that retake, so they're going to have to do it in numbers. Smokes to cut off the site, and they just have a gigantic playground once they clear this to mess with and set up that garrison to get themselves locked in for the post plant. MIBR taking the first round down to red on the timer. And they get what they want on A.
Strongest plant you can have right there, too. Not tucked into the pyramid, really on the outside, so you can play towards main because they have that freedom to do so as they went and walked into an open site.
Keiko has to break crosshairs. Dark goes out, and it's going to be heads torn. Oh my gosh, the clicks. Just one clicks. Great job by MI with that. Viper wall towards right side again. Actually a little bit farther in this time as it looks like they want to stay for this fight. Mazino clears Mada with the wall bang there as Skuba wants to stand true in sight. Oh, that's tough. He gets very good help. What assistance coming in from Keiko there to help on the detection. And they're still trying to make this fight just on the corner. Zekken gets another 2. And now they're trying to fight Brawk off the corner. And he is not going to give him more than just a shoulder each time. So Tex takes the whole pie for himself. And now it's just Ethan. Moving in on 2. Doable for Ethan here. Has a few stars to work with to create the site that he wants to see. That's a full smoke coming through.
You're forcing double bubbles, and he's trying to re-clear back towards B main potentially, but it feels like he misses that timing with that smoke disappearing on that left side. So now the question marks are up. Where did NRG, or sorry, where did MIBR go? So she's going to have to wait to hear for that plant.
He has a bit of a battle star he can use in dismiss to get himself in if it's necessary, but he's just going for the shots.
Still not enough for an operator.
I'll handle this.
Early ult from Zekken to clear out the A side, and it'll be a 5-man hit on that spot.
Cosmic Divide, bar split on the left.
Nice try.
He chooses the movable target, and Keiko says, no thanks, I got backup. Another one comes out, so we're crossing the galaxies here. Oh. Mada, knowing they made the door play earlier, thinks that it might happen again, and beautifully calls that one. Now it's Zekken and, or I'm sorry, MIBR and squad with 3 left alive here. They don't even have the spike with them.
Yeah, I mean, right now it doesn't feel like, or shouldn't, see the push down from Mada. Because with that wall coming up, he controls that space. The gap is currently towards elbow, where they could walk up towards mid, which is why here you're seeing Keiko looking all the way back towards that spawn still. There's a huge gap around this spot for the attackers to take. We have the smoke on the elbow too, just to support. Now finally a TP as well from Mada to support Ethan on site.
Coming in, playing around their smokes. That's going to give a little bit more room to Verno to try and squeeze something out of this wall, create the pressure where he can get through. He checks the space to the right. A drone hits him on. Ooh, that was so perfectly. What precision coming in from Ethan. And the spike is down. 13 seconds. Doesn't look like it's going to be possible this time. And NRG just play the hide and seek game to get this round in their favor. Beautifully done.
Just tried to play a high risk, high reward play on the side of MIBR on that hit.
Starts to flex that late round again. I mean, the comment was about defense, but it still applies here to attack. Into the site, a quick hit. They know one is close, and aspas says, by the way, I'm at doors. Easily cleans up one as they get the Hunter's Fury from Verno to tag a few, a little bit of team damage, it doesn't matter. They're getting exactly what they need, but it's not planted yet, and NRG's made quite a move across the map.
So many slices across the board, creating question marks too,
Yeah.
but as soon as the walls come down, finally, MIBR knows that they have space to work with, and that the money's still pretty decent for NRG to try to work with something here to attempt the retake.
Yep.
Really comes down now to Mada to slowly creep up here, but as soon as he makes it towards main, that will probably activate now all three of them trying to flood back. It'll be all individual fights on the side of NRG.
Let's see if they bring up the X walls again. Once this goes down, it seems like there's a lot of gas to work with here, and some of them start to go up. Mada, at the perfect moment, finds Mazino, and he gets to hide behind the wall after the fact. 7 bullets left, makes it count. Gets a reload in as well as he's still creating the pressure for the rest of the team. Now coming from spawn, Mada with 3, Mada with 4. As the pressure on site's created, it's still not a huge mentality shift in the keiko go shotgun. And now the keiko up. Mada goes down to zekken here, and elbow as keiko still has a line on mid, but he's not going to find much. The play is here. It's up to Skuba once again. We've seen some very stellar sight holds, and he already delays 4 people, but will he be ready for this gate crash that's going to happen behind him? Nice hide. Oh. Duck and cover.
I think they should still feel that there's somebody there, though. This is a common spot.
Up and over. aspas is already atop a ladder. Should be able to play that one well towards sight, and it looks like they'll be happy with the situation here. They have to worry about brawk, though. He's still trying to make plays in the back of the site. The team allows him to do that, knows it's safe, knows it's comfortable for him, and he gets it on aspas. Knows exactly where Tex is for a moment. Yeah. So that's going to fizzle out as he doesn't enter the smoke right away. Beautiful. Verno's been doing that across the series for them, catching these lurker flanks to come back across. What? Somehow he's still in sight. He still hasn't been identified, just living next to the Viper wall, and eventually takes it out. brawk doing work right now. They're going to know exactly where one is. They just have to identify where zekken is here after the darts come through. brawk is on it, but he gets taken down finally in zekken.
Push, you're already droning at the minute mark, but look at the inserts that you currently have on middle. So right now, this still allows here for MIBR to or brute force their way through, or just cancel out and cut the rotates.
That's
and brute forcing the way through works.
Second person that's died there, just like that in the last few rounds. MIBR continues to clear that. Now brawk wondering how many have made it in. zekken sits between the pillars, between the pyramids, trying to get some effect down, but it's zekken on both sides of the site getting work done.
I mean, that's the issue of losing mid control for the side of NRG. You saw that Mada felt that pressure on the split later on, and he just got backstabbed there by zekken, who's looking for that ace now, but it's
going to focus on it.
We had a 7-1 scoreline for NRG on the map of Abyss, now a 7-1 on this half for MIBR.
Exactly. They're getting a lot more people through to that next round.
And it brings back to that win con that we mentioned for MIBR versus NB. It's aspas on the snipes on the attack side. And it took 3 maps for them to finally pull that through because it was part of their game plan and it works. Until potentially now.
keiko gets on point though. Yeah, he found his aim here. Now is the slide coming through, but Mazino is very accurate with it. They've lost quite a bit though, and a great delay here by brawk. Both are just a shot away from going down. This would be incredible if MIBR are able to pull this off. aspas once looks behind him for a moment, and then he'll be looking forward here to help Mazino.
Yeah, he was afraid of a flank, so now a 3 versus 1.
Ooh.
Last player standing.
They want to seal the deal. I mean, the damage could have been called through by those who have gone down already, but NRG is not messing around here. It's going to be a defuse, smart play with dimensional drift, and they should be able to find aspas at the last moment. Maybe leave him alive with his outlaw.
And he needed to stay on control. zekken going with the same pathing as before. This time, there's still the dimensional drift, but it's not being used, so they'll just leverage Zekken to find out where the last player is at. The stun.
Almost. Skuba's able to find him, though. Very nice control over the Viper wall there, but the swarm here by MIBR is still too much. Tax with the aim onto brawk, and now they search for Ethan, who's on his rotation over it. It looks like NRG might be gaining a footing in these rounds, and then MIBR does something like this.
Almost seems like a little bit of a miscomm on the side of NRG. They did great to trade things off at the very beginning, but then you have Keiko coming through with the overdrive, just trying to open up that site behind Ethan that's lagging behind, so far behind on a rotate after a dimensional drift. Sorry, a cosmic divide. So it just allowed here MIBR to go for a 3-player swing against Keiko, and now Ethan has to clutch a 1v3.
Get in these moments where you want to be a part of the play that helps stop everything, and you almost forget about the state of the game sometimes.
Solo play, anchor hold on this B side by Ethan. He's been very good dancing around this map before, already avoiding so much util, but that shot breaking the recon gives his position away. It still gets the kill though on the Zekken.
The long-range ping was still orbing out, unfortunately, as he hid behind the wall. One teammate down. Mada flicks the crosshair to get an answer on the close box, the far, and then his left. And that's brawk.
Clone the dash.
Oh my, Mada! That's insane. He almost had all three. What a showing of skill from him currently to keep NRG in these rounds. You said it was a 3 or a 4, right? That was a 2.
2.
So they might struggle a bit here. But
actually, thankfully it's last round.
Yeah. We'll see. Still got to find Aspas, Verno, and Mazino. Verno does the finding first. Brawk goes down, so Ethan's going to be forced to peek here off contact, and it's Verno again. So clean in these outright engages that he's finding.
And the drone actually saw Keiko towards that back of the spawn, and Skuba thought that he had a timing off that flank, but it looks like MIBR flipped that map, flipped the site, contained themselves within the back of Ethan. Ethan's spot.
Hearing a little bit of reload, but that could be anything. It'd be 2, 3 people stacked on each other, so you got to be very careful. As Keiko, Skuba makes a little bit of noise, so Keiko can maybe have a free look if a head was turned. Oh my gosh. Cooking him up, just saying there's almost not enough time for you to do anything, so we'll cut off the entryway. And Keiko here has to get it to half almost in this instant, because it's going to be 2 people playing cat and mouse with him right now. A great first half here by MIBR, and Aspas will find the 3K.
An 8 finish at the beginning, though. So Viper wall, clone. Right now, they could be fairly quick and put all their bodies on that site, so that after the plant, you might have Keiko's wall for them to rotate if they want to, but they're flipping that site again.
This is what they did against C9. They had 3 push out under the bridge. This time, they're only keeping backside safe, because Vic was able to take out 3 in that game. Here we have the double door push. A quick trade on both sides. Who's going to light up the feed first? And MIBR comes across the board, but not before Mada finds one more kill. Sheriffs versus the Ghost. There's a lot of firepower from MIBR if they can stack it together here. And there's one of them. Zekken is tearing the head off of Keiko. They push in, they try to flood and get Mada and the rest of the team to show where they're hiding. Mada still playing that ring around the rosy. Is it enough though? Aspas finds him on the other side. And now Skuba. A god in the Sheriff clutch. 1 and almost a second. The spike's not even at the half right now. Skuba's got one more shot. Aspas is gonna find it. Fast beep is already there.
Now it's time for them to work B, work middle, and it's a high position by Aspas to mow down 2 to start. But now they just have to group up and hoping that they find the timing on how they want to walk back here for the A main control. Yeah, after that drone though, that's already the call. You have to push it. Wait, he's pushing with the spike.
Oh, seen. Yeah, that. It's kind of, you're in a fog of war for a moment, you know? You're trying to make a play, you forget what's happening. That fog of war can affect anybody in these tight moments, but we see him recoup and back into the safety of this drone before they make the play.
That plan still forces NRG to play inside that site.
Ooh, little chip damage, not too much there. Oh my gosh, they swing together so well, and they know they're covered once they do so. kind of Zekken pausing on that smoke, though, knowing back and forth in his agent pool and just how much that jet excels all the time. But that's not the case for the current round. It is the push in from NRG. They need to root themselves in this site to make sure NRG or MIBR cannot get back in. Aspas is trying to do that just by himself. All 5 are here for the 5v5 retake. A few watching back towards main. Actually, only Keiko is now. The smoke's clear. The dust settles and the fight begins. Trades towards that left side crab. Everybody needs to get there.
It's about to get bloody.
It's about to get bloody, and that time is still ticking down on the spike. And move needs to happen now for MIBR. They're all activating towards the left side of the site. They're all going to have to just clear out. Mada gets one. The Bulldog fired into the smoke isn't really going to give much back. But they're also not getting the spike just out of the smoke. This makes it so awkward.
Another lifeline for MIBR. Enough economy for another buy. The last one into the belt before they have to potentially go into a half buy here. And it's Dimensional Drift from Mada that clears out the full B site.
And Mazino had 4 stars dropped on the site. He drops Mada as he get back into position, dismissing a few. Yeah, it was a clean shot. He put his smokes up so he knew exactly what he needed to shoot through. On the way back, dividing that site in 2 helped them to slow it down, but Keiko drops Verno on the way back in, so they have a little bit of trouble now detecting where the rest of the members are. On the side of NRG, a moment to take a breath here as MIBR sets up. The concuss comes through, and Keiko gets another one from the same spot at the back of sight. Aspas versus 2. We see it come down to this again, and he may be able to get half through the smoke. He will get half through the smoke. It's about to clear. He's going to try to hold it. Pulls him off. Just a little vuln for now. And yeah, that's going to be another round for NRG off of time. Playing so well in these.
Doesn't really want to force himself out yet.
He's safe, knowing the right side of the site has been taken each time, right? By NRG. They really haven't had too much care about the left with this wall that they're putting up until they go mid-site, bombs planted. And they can spread out here now. They start to traverse that wall. They know he has the operator, and he gets out of there right quick to the help of Zekken. Oh my gosh, the rest of the team cannot do the same. Aspas goes down in the repeat. Tex falls. Mazino has to push up, but he knows that NRG has gained so much ground now, and they're basically in his face at yellow. Oh, brawk gets the turn onto Zekken. They try to do the Cosmic Divide again, but it doesn't work.
I mean, he stayed on the right side of the wall. He should have heard that TP.
Yeah. Verno comes back. It's still a 2v2 after all of this. The walls are going to go down. The Viper walls not going up at this point as Mazino clears another one out.
Possible scenario to win. And now 2 steps away of getting that victory over the champions of 2025 of NRG. Kills closer.
Gross off the rip. Oh my god, how does his brain fit in the server? Zekken takes down Keiko. And they're still pushing from the outside of the map. You can see Aspas has an offline on the rest of it, so they are not even worried about this round. MIBR breathe a sigh of relief that they can clap back now this hard after their timeout.
You have Aspas on the flank too, so they are pinned.
Yeah. One shot, giving that up. Skuba could do a bit of damage here, but this one is just going to play out in the favor of MIBR.
Just saw him. He's just waiting for the repeak of Verno, and that could start snowballing things for the duo of Skuba and Mada to work this site. Wait, he has a timing.
Skuba for 2,
and Pit!
Pit goes down. Can they get wall up to get plant? Wall up to get plant?
Stays outside of it, knowing and thinking actually that somebody would be swinging through double doors. He reads it perfectly, but just unfortunately couldn't win that fight onto Mazino, who has gone.
A little bit of a one-way put up on top of mid doors here.
This could be a second phase 2. Could be a drone into the ults just to flush them out and pinch them right through the double doors after. Doesn't spot anybody.
Didn't see anybody, you're right. A few tags come out. Tex has that locked down. Not the first time we've seen him do that, as he gets a quick bunny hop to safety as well. Keeps his gun tucked tightly. inside, but he still goes down to Skuba. Yeah, Zekken was never seen by the drone, like you said, was able to just mill about in that Viper's pit. Now, 3 left standing here as MIBR look to finish this game on to the 3rd map of the series. Mada to even the score. 1 shot away from going down, though, so things get only more tense.
He's low on HP, and they're going to go for a huge play. He's going to try to wrap back towards the main side, so these two have to stay alive in sight.
Ethan goes for a bit of a spam there, hip and hip. Our Verno and Aspas in sight. Zekken turns around, he gets the kill onto Mada. So aware of the situation, now it leaves the operator for Aspas in sight. Verno there to the side. It's but Skuba and Ethan, though. Still trying to hold the spike. 1 peek has to happen, and now it's only going to be Ethan left alive. The captain to bring him into another round to keep him alive. He's got the spray. It's almost a lineup, but it's Zekken to capitalize for MIBR. The super dream is alive